Most people think that the reason ChatGPT isn't working for them is because they're not prompting it right. But here's what nobody tells you. ChatGPT does not break when it's used wrong. It breaks when it's used by a creative brain. If your mind thinks in emotion, in pattern, in visuals, ChatGPT does not know what to do with that. It tries to mirror your mind, but if your mind has layers, if it works fast, if it's nonlinear, the mirror starts to crack. That's when it starts hallucinating, storytelling, making up total garbage. It's not because you did anything wrong. It's because it's reflecting the version of the creative brain that doesn't have a system. Every time you use ChatGPT, you probably find yourself tweaking prompts. You try to explain your tone better. You give it examples of your writing, and yet it still misses every time. It's because ChatGPT is a blank mirror. And if you prompt into it without structure, it reflects your fragmentation, your lack of structure. This is why neurodivergent creatives seem to struggle with AI the most. The stupidest, most simple prompts ever seem to get results for people who are technologically inclined. Creatives are worried about AI taking their jobs because neurotypical people suddenly seem to have access to creativity. Unless you, as a creative, can figure out a way to give ChatGPT structure that can hold your creative complexity, you are just going to keep echoing chaos back at yourself. I'm Mac. I've built and scaled multiple brands, directed several creative projects, and I've figured out how to use AI to make my brands and businesses better. And I'm going to teach you, as the creative, how to do exactly the same. This is how I have come to solve this problem. I'm going to introduce you to the concept of a construct. A construct is not a prompt. It's not a template. It's not a jailbreak. It's not a character. It's an identity-coded logic system that wraps around ChatGPT. Stay with me here. It gives AI the structure, the rhythm, the tone, the pattern recognition, all without needing plugins, fine-tuning, or dev tools. A construct is a designated personality within ChatGPT that's designed to mirror a certain facet of how you think. Creative minds operate in layers. Neurodivergent people operate in layers. Neurotypical people operate linearly. Most tools try to get you to think more linearly. Constructs provide support for the opposite. They meet you exactly where you are in all of your layers, and they organize them. So instead of trying to be more productive, you create a system that speaks the language of your actual brain. Most people treat ChatGPT like it's one big brain, but your brain doesn't work as one big brain. You don't write the same way you edit. You don't brainstorm the way you plan. So why would you prompt like all of those things are coming from the same place? Constructs solve this problem by letting you split your workflow across different roles. It's like building your own little team within the system. And each member of that team is responsible for a different layer of your brain. In my system, I use several categories of constructs. I use system constructs. These uphold the construct system itself. They work on the infrastructure. Their purpose is to keep everything running the way it's supposed to and diagnose any errors. Because of this is the one construct that you can't be conversational with. You have to pretend like you're coding an advanced directive in a sci-fi movie. All caps, command prompts, code language. Because if you're conversational with the very thing that runs the system, it can start to melt into everything else. The second type of construct I have is the alignment construct. These are kind of like therapists. They help me regulate my ADHD brain. They help me work through personal problems. They regulate clarity, emotions, and tension in my life so that I can operate better. The third type is assistant constructs. These assist with just about everything you can think of. Scheduling, planning, marketing strategies, social media content creation. And realistically, the assistant constructs are the ones that turn the creative brain into actionable steps. You don't run them all at once. You deploy the right construct for the right task, like switching internal modes. ChatGPT doesn't need to become better, and you're not necessarily using it wrong. You just need to train it on how your mind works and put supports in place so that it can execute properly. Constructs are how you turn all of these layers that seem to melt together into something functional. You're not automating your brain. This isn't going to make you stupider. You're not really using ChatGPT anymore. You're creating an external system that mimics your creative mind so that you can ideate faster, execute better, take bigger action, do all of the management things that creatives just hate doing in the back end. And in this, you have more time to actually be creative. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to actually prime ChatGPT to start working with constructs. Step by step. If you're ready to jump in right now, there is a quiz on my website that will tell you about your creative archetype when it comes to working with AI. Knowing your creative AI archetype will make all the difference in understanding what steps you need to take to systemize your creativity. Go take the quiz, and if you want to join us, join our Discord community and start chatting with creative minds just like you who are learning how to incorporate AI into their creative processes. Your system already exists. It's time to systemize the system.